You know how during the pandemic there was a large number of Trump supporters who wouldn't take the vaccine and wouldn't wear masks and were very upset about that? And they had their reasons. They felt like their voices weren't being heard and they were being forced to cover up and they were scared of the government. They stopped trusting the government for a good reason. And they didn't want, to be something injected in their body because they didn't trust the institution that was producing and administering that thing. And that is totally understandable. But part of it also is that and you can look at these people, they hadn't taken chemistry. In high school, when it came time to take chemistry, they sent these guys to a different, lower science. They didn't let them go into chemistry because they couldn't understand it. And they don't understand the chemistry behind vaccines or how respiratory diseases pass from one person to another. All that is completely foreign to them because when the kids were taking chemistry in high school, they were in another group taking very elementary science and wondering what in the world is going on there. And even if they had been in there, they couldn't grasp that. And so unless they trust the government, which they had good reason not to, then they're not going to want to follow any of those things that they don't understand because it's frightening to them. And the people on the other side, the woke people, they are just as stupid as those people. And, oh, you can't say stupid. Yeah, I can. Unintelligent, whatever you want to call it. I'm not here trying to play these words games. What we have to do is put this country back together. And the woke people, you have to be stupid to believe that a man can become a woman, that those boys should play on those girls' sports teams. I mean, that is just obviously stupid. That the guys who look like girls, that 90% of them aren't just a horror show to look at. I mean, it is an unpleasant experience, just like looking at a Van Gogh painting is transportive and beautiful. I mean, looking at certain things, there is a mathematics to aesthetics. And those guys, there's only a very few who can pull that off. The rest of them, it's horrible. It's repulsive to look at. And to pretend like that's just fine, you have to be a certain level of stupid. And the stupider you are, the more successful you can be with this whole woke idea that nothing matters, that everything is meaningless. And that's what their idea is about. They got it from postmodernism, this idea that all of human meaning is just made up out of nothing instead of the truth, which is human meaning is made up out of an attempt to understand reality, and we get certain parts right and certain parts we make up that are wrong, and we keep trying to refine it just like everything else. That's the way we make progress. But the dumber you are, the more completely woke you can be, because you can just be like, oh yes, anything goes, And so both sides in this debate are the stupid people of both sides, and we need the intelligent people in the middle to start bullying them like we used to. We need to bring bullying back and telling them to shut up and bringing sense back into the forefront of the country and the world.